they just had to do it, didn't they? They just frickin' had to do it. Let's talk about it. Dolphins fans, thank you for checking out the channel. I do appreciate it. It means a bunch to have you guys come in here and listen a little of me talk about these Miami Dolphins. And as dysfunctional as they are, I love them to death still. I want to cover the one thing that just drives me nuts right off the bat, and then we'll get into some of the other stuff. First and foremost, the Miami Dolphins, in their infinite wisdom, did something that just about every Dolphins fan on the face of the earth doesn't like. And we have our reasons, and they are valid. So as much as certain people want to say, I don't understand why you have a problem with this, I don't get it, you're just miserable, this is one of those very few situations where I agree with the majority of Miami Dolphins fans in saying that this was not a good move. And I'll explain why. First off, let me put this picture up here so you can see this example of alpha football player that we have just re-signed onto our football team. This man, for some reason, has got Chris Greer by the balls. And no matter what we do, or no matter how bad he plays, he still has a spot on this team. And not only that, he gets one heck of a one-year contract for how crappy of a player he is. So let's go ahead and throw it up. Brace yourselves. This is the pinnacle of Miami Dolphins offensive guard play. Just look at that form. That is, my goodness, I don't know what that is. I'm assuming this is a picture that was taken right before he did what he always does and falls down on the field while attempting to make a block. This is not what we want on this team. Liam Eichenberg signed to a one-year deal worth $4.2 million. $4.2 million. For that. That. Right there. I don't know how else to say this, guys, and girls. $4.2 million. Do you guys know how much Robert Jones took in Dallas to leave Miami a week ago, or under a week ago, a couple days ago? He took $4 million. This is why Liam Eichenberg should not remain on this team. I don't particularly like Robert Jones either. But Robert Jones is better than what we see on this screen right now. And for the same amount of money. So we let Robert Jones walk, the better guard out of the two. And we decide to re-sign Liam Eichenberg. This is a monumental slip-up for Miami. Even if, and like I said, I understand. I do not think he's going to be a starter for us anymore. However, even if $4.2 million, he's going to be on the team. This is not a camp body. It's not someone we're going to cut as soon as camp's over. This is somebody that's going to be on the team as a backup. Number 6, number 7, number 8 maybe, lineman. I disagree 100% with this. I would have rather had Robert Jones, and I'm pretty sure almost every single one of you would have rathered that as well. So I'm encouraged by what the Miami Dolphins have done in free agency this year. It's been very, very smart and very frugal, and that's what we needed this year. We need players that make sense, and we need things that are going to be inexpensive for the most part, and we needed to not kick money down the road through restructuring a bunch of contracts and doing too much of that for players where it didn't make sense. So I've been pretty happy with what's happened. I realize some people are frustrated. Oh, we didn't get a big splash player. Well, this isn't the year for that. But this This drives me nuts. I could think of a million different ways that we should have done this other than keeping Liam Eichenberg. It's frustrating. I think it's the wrong decision. I don't think he should be on the team, whether it's for a starting job or for a backup position. I just don't think. The one thing he has going for him is he can play all the positions on the line. That is good. However, when you play all the positions on the line subpar, what's the point? I mean, at what point is this even... Oh, man, get that crap off my screen. Holy cow. Point is, we could have done better. Shame on Chris Greer. Shame on the Dolphins front office for even making this a possibility. This is the one thing they've done this year so far that I just don't like at all. Let's talk about a couple other things, because in my last live stream, I did cover the free agent moves up to a couple days ago, and I've let the last couple days go by, so I wanted to catch everybody up on things that have happened so far. First off, linebacker Terrell Dodson re-signed with Miami for 2 years, but we're worth $8.25 million. That's a fantastic contract. It's team-friendly, and we get to hang on to Tyrell Dodson with his 2 sacks and 3 picks and over 100 tackles in 8 games played this year. Not even a starter for a lot of those games. Tyrell Dodson is amazing. He did a great job. He's only going to get better. He stays healthy. I mean, this was a fantastic signing. You got to be happy about this. Another one that happened is we re-signed a couple camp bodies and possibly people who are going to be on the team. Last ditch type players. First of all, D. Eskridge was re-signed. Also, offensive lineman Jackson Carman. You remember Jackson Carman from last year where he played 1 game and was absolutely horrible. I'm not going to hold that too much over his head. I would like to see him moved to guard and away from tackle. I feel like he'd be a little bit better equipped to handle that. Maybe they'll mess with that this year in preseason. We'll see what happens. It's neither here nor there. It's a practice squad camp buddy type player. I wouldn't be worried about it. He's not going to be starting for us, so nobody worry about that. I'm less bothered by that than I am with Liam Eichenberg. So, that's whatever. Dolphins also signed linebacker KJ Britt from the Bucks. This guy, some people don't know who it is, but if you've ever watched some game film on this guy is a leader in that locker room. He is a dog. He's a bruiser. He's a gap filler. So he's kind of one of those middle linebackers that you have in on run situations, goal line situations, things like that, where there's not a lot of field that you have to cover in pass coverage. This guy is going to be on the field, and he's going to stomp people into the ground. It's a good signing. I'm happy with it. I don't have details on his contract yet, but I guarantee you it's under $3 million. It's a good signing. He is a high intensity player. It's a good signing for Miami. I'm happy with it. I think he's going to be a good addition to the team. This will not be a camp body. He is going to be on the team guaranteed. I don't see any way that he doesn't make the team the way he plays. Is he fantastic, amazing player? No. But he has certain qualities that makes him good. So I'm very happy with it. Dolphins also signed running back Alexander Madison from Las Vegas Raiders. Basically, we traded Raheem Mostert for Alexander Madison. Now, Alexander Madison is not your home run hitter running back. He's not anything like that. This is a running back that specializes in goal line and short yardage situations, and he's good at it. He's not going to have high yards per carry. He's not going to have tons of carries per game. This is a running back who punches people in the mouth and falls forward for a yard or two. Slightly better than what we see from our fullback. This is the same kind of situation. You put him and our fullback together in a I formation at the goal line, this is a touchdown. I'm happy with it. I like him. He's another dog. He's a fighter. So this is a good thing. We should be happy about those signings. The Chargers, they actually signed Deshaun Hand. So Deshaun Hand is gone. Happy trails, Deshaun Hand. I did enjoy watching you play, and I was hoping we didn't lose you. We did, and now we're short 2 nose tackles, so that's good. Also, obviously I said the Raiders re-signed or signed Raheem Mostert, so it was a trade. Not really sure why we did that, but whatever. This one, and there was some fire back on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere else. People seem to not like this signing. I do. The Dolphins signed tight end Pharaoh Brown from Seattle. Before that, he played for the Patriots and the Texans and somebody else I can't remember, but Pharaoh Brown is a tight end. He's a Y tight end. That means he's a short yardage situation tight end. He's a running tight end, like run blocking. And this is a player that could very well end up being our tight end number 2 or tight end number 3, depending. Now, like I said, we don't have Durham Smythe anymore. We do have Julian Hill still on the team, but Pharaoh Brown is a better run blocker than Julian Hill is. He's more seasoned. He's more experienced. He's just as healthy. He doesn't get hurt. Pharaoh Brown is a good player. He also can catch better than Julian Hill, which isn't saying much. Julian Hill isn't really the most fantastic or amazing pass catcher, but Pharaoh Brown is a little better at that. He's also very tall, big guy. Pharaoh Brown is an amazing blocker, pass blocking or run blocking. Doesn't matter. Pharaoh Brown is perfect for our short yardage and goal line situations. I'm happy to have him, and I cannot wait to see how he does in this offense. I think it's going to be great if we have him. If we get a draft pick, for a tight end, and he ends up being the number 2, cool, whatever. But Pharaoh Brown is a good guy to have on the team. He's also another guy who can play special teams. We need special teamers, And a lot of these players that we're signing as these backups, these guys can play special teams. So it's helpful. It's a good thing. Like I said, almost all the signings that Miami has done, I love. I'm very happy with them. I'm not expecting, of course, I'm not expecting the huge splash signings worth, millions and millions and millions of dollars for top-rate talent. I'm expecting the Miami Dolphins to put this team together with players that aren't necessarily top-ranked. And I'll explain why, but not in this video, because later tonight I'm going to go live on a live stream, and I'm going to explain this. One thing, we're going to get really deep with it, this one thing that everybody complained about at the end of the season last year, the last 3-4 weeks especially, and going into the offseason, everybody was upset about this team for one thing, really. And everybody said we needed to change it, we needed to work on it. I made a video a month or so ago about it. And in this free agency, Miami is addressing it. I wish they would be addressing the D-line and the O-line a little more than they have. Yes, I do. But free agency is not over. I'm not, dismissing that. But this one thing that I'm going to talk about in the live stream, you guys should be in there to check it out. It's going to be probably around 10 p.m. Eastern time or 6 p.m. time where I'm at in Alaska. So I'll try not to be too late with it. But if you guys are up and you're on YouTube, check me out around 10 p.m. and check out the live stream. It's going to be worth watching. And you're going to realize, too, this is something that a lot of people need to be talking about and nobody really has. So that's the plan for tonight. I did just want to make this video and update everybody on what we've seen so far with free agency signings and get everybody caught up. The only other thing I wanted to talk about is this. We just hired ex-assistant general manager for the Raiders, Champ Kelly. He's been hired as our senior personnel executive for us. He's in charge of like professional and college level scouting. So this is the man that's going to be in charge of, hey, we should be looking at this guy. Oh no, we should be looking at this guy too. Wait, no, this guy. We should look at him too. That's this guy. That's what he's going to be doing. Very involved in draft and everything else too. So I do like him. He's a smart man. I've actually watched a few interviews with him from before when he was with the Raiders, and the organization liked him. And this is a chance for him to start off fresh, and I'm excited to have him here. Also, it takes a little bit of that responsibility away from Chris Greer, and I think that's going to be a good thing, a blessing in disguise, if you will. Trust me on this one. If you don't know, if you're not sure about who this guy is, this is a good hire, and we can talk about that more later too. So that's what I had for the rest of free agency thus far. That's where we're at as a team. We still have needs. There's still some offensive linemen out there. Not much, but we still could get another guard. We have enough money to do it. I think it would be a good idea. I would feel a whole lot better if we just got one more guard before the draft. One more. Just one more. We'll see, though. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Nobody does. All I can tell you is how I see it from way up here in North Pole, Alaska. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. This was just a short video. Make sure to check me out tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be doing the live stream, and we're going to talk about this mystery thing that Dolphins are addressing, and I'm very happy about. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell me what you think about these signings, the ones that we've had, the ones I just talked about. Let me know what you guys think. I'm very curious to know what the pulse is of the rest of Dolphins Nation. I want to know what you guys think. So talk to me. Thanks for watching. Fins up. Stay hopeful. If you can. And we'll talk to you guys later.